Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Relic 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the green allies, we have MasterMind. Spawn on the right side as the red allies, we have PriNce. Attack Dog pushes his way forward. We do have a Peacekeeper here. Two boot camps right here. That's a little bit unusual. Should we just see the one Attack Dog pushes his way forward? May spot the extra Peacekeepers and may realize that's a little bit too quick and may realize that's multiple boot camps. No engineer just yet. We do have enough Peacekeepers going out. Both double boot camp. Both sides going for double boot camp. That's unusual. Wait, is this one of those tournament replays where it's just both sides massing infantry? So it's Peacekeeper versus Peacekeeper. Green is not having good positioning here. Red is getting some great positioning. They start picking up some of these Peacekeepers. These Peacekeepers does find a good engagement there. And now we got, oh, the dog managed to go back around and bites the engineer. Good little pick there. The dog was never cleaned up and got himself a free engineer kill. That's very, very good. Another ore refinery. That's a pretty late ore refinery. This one is pretty late as well. Both the boot camps have been sold on off, so it's likely not one of those replays where they just spam basic infantry, because if he were to be, if that's the name of the game, he would keep the boot camps around. Looks like green got a better strike there, but I think red has more force. Green has a bit more spread out force there. A lot of splash damage right there. I think, ooh, it's coming pretty close, but I think green will win out in the end. Yeah, green does have sporadic force here, but they're all pretty wounded. Better shield might go by red. And looks like red will manage to win with his reinforcements. Got a couple Peacekeepers here. They can be focused on quite easily. Got a pair of dogs here as well. He'll stop. He can perhaps get a nice kill there. Gets a nice bark there before the shields go up and cleans up the rest of those Peacekeepers there. With one Peacekeeper and two dogs, green can't push forward. And does manage to get this oil derrick. Now we've got an airfield before it. Oh, we got an Apollo here. Nothing here at the moment. Looks like one of Green Sox going around scouting. There he is. And now we do have the MCV packed on up, moving its way out. Pyrocopter, Apollo, and Vindicator make an advance, trying to do the classic combo. Does bomb the dog. The Vindicator will get gunned down there, so overall great engagements there by green. Rest putting out some more Peacekeepers. Maybe I for some aggression. Maybe I get out expansion before applying some aggression. Prospector being frozen, trying to set up the command hub. And does get frozen there. Throws on the bomb in time. And could throw this last bomb onto one of these javelin troops. Pyrocopter receiving a little bit too much fire there. And sells off the boot camp there now. Let's get a Prospector back on out. This one is on the build queue. And start freezing it down now. Does get it frozen. The Vindicator's coming around. Does get unfrozen in time, so we will have to rely on cryo shot to finish it off. Good bomb splits there. Need 2 bombs to kill off the Peacekeeper, and does manage to throw the first bomb, another one. Gets a full health one, overkills that one, I believe. Could potentially got 1, 2, 3. That one was pretty low in health, so it may have not required 2 bombs. By the way, this close air support is doing a good job. Picks up a low health one there and cleans that one up as well. Trek does get inside the garrison, so it does manage to save that one. These 2 are going inside the garrison as well. With the wall 7s here, he won't be able to siege down the airfield. And we do have a multi-gun turret deployed on out. Over here, that's a handful of javelin troops. Peacekeeper will be cleaned on up. Cryo shot does come on board. Does get the freeze there. But nothing to capitalize on it. Not even a Vindicator out in the field, I believe. So that one will cover it. It will just harass the economy. I wonder if it also stops them from automatically reharvesting, or will it continue its order. I'm not exactly sure. Usually when we see it frozen like that, it is off the center, so I think it has been ordered off. Couple freezes there. Takes off one of them. That one should be in range, but maybe out of... No, it should be in vision range. And that one does not get cleaned up there, but there's enough javelin troops to overwhelm that. Maybe a laser lock can help quickly finish it off, but we've got a dog in pursuit. Flying fetch. Javelins do say go long, and it's going pretty far away from the boot camp there. Does get a nice bark there to make sure those are cleaned up. And there's now a fully heroic dog. Dogs start out C. Those are green dogs. Has own refinery location. Indicators on patrol. We do have some javelin and peacekeepers here. Both sides do have 3 refineries. This dog's just here, dog paddling there, just to provide scouting. And we've got this crossbow now being frozen. But we've got the Apollo in pursuit, but we've got 2 Apollos for greens. There's 2 Apollos for red, so we do have neutral air superiority. Overkill with the bombs, but does manage to get the kill there. Gets in halftime micro the indicators. And these Apollos do receive a bit of pair there. Red does fall back. He does lose that one to the javelin troop inside the garrison. Apollos do flying about, getting some good damage there. He actually has 4 Apollos, so he does, and 2 Vindicators, so he has gotten the second airfield over here. 3rd Vindicator has been pulled on out as well. So there's going to be a lot of close air support to deal with these peacekeepers. Cryo shot coming forward does freeze the multi-gun turret. It hasn't actually killed it off. That's a big oversight. It does finish off whatever aircraft on the deck there was. Oh, some good kills there by those peacekeepers. Defensive multi-gun turret here. We got the Air Force of Green pushing way forward. 2 Apollos, or 2 Vindicators, 4 Apollos, and 1 cryocopter. Can spend time to bomb that one individually. He's trying to make sure he gets the kill there on the Prospector. He'll get the kill there. Does throw 2 bombs there, and the cryocopter will escape on out of there. Apollo's now engaged with all the javelins nearby. He needs to do perhaps a master retreat. Does take out the cryocopter. Maybe throwing some javelin troops on that side of this garrison provides some anti-aircraft support. Probably a good idea. The dog there got cleaned up by the Vindicator. Red is still on one airfield. Something's been queued on up. Maybe it's another airfield. Nope, it is a seaport. Green's pushing away forward with Peacekeepers. We'll be fighting against mostly a mixed force of Javelin and Peacekeepers. So Green, I think, has more Peacekeepers, but of course, this multi-gun turret there, picking off his opponent and coming in for a nice little bomb run there. Now Red's gonna make a counterattack. The Red does have more Peacekeepers, but a bit more spread out. Now we do have some Guardian tanks being pulled on out by Green. Javelin shoots not too far behind Red's Peacekeepers. Red's Peacekeepers have so far gone unretaliated, and there goes that Apollo. Cryo shot does coming forward. We'll get a number of these Javelin troops. Will not get the multi-gun turret, however. Peacekeepers are running forward, and those Javelin troops have recovered from this freeze. So bad engagement there by Green, and didn't even get the high value target he was trying to get, the multi-gun turret. Vindicator's pushing the way forward with some Apollos. Trying to perhaps bomb that region. Red has a pretty good force here. He knows his opponent's cryo shot is on cooldown. Gets one kill down the Apollo on the Vindicator on the retreat. And does go in cryo blast, I believe, that region. 1, 2, and 3. He does sell these two off. I'm not sure about the ore refinery. So it does get a bit of a rebate. And the Apollo does go down. Knocks around the Peacekeepers a little bit. One of these multi-gun turrets is loaded up with Peacekeeper, so it has a automatic shotgun on top. And there's an assault destroyer here by Red. Does it cleaned on up? He will need some more support there. It does scatter move there. And we'll start making his advance now. Javelin troops need to be a bit more micro. They're being pushed on forward a little bit. Green's force is nice spread out. There's Athena here. The Javelin troops need to start focusing on the Guardian tanks are crushing them. Cryo shot does come forward. Does get a couple freezes there as Red's infantry forces does get grind up, being too spread apart. And great crushes there by Green. And now the Athena cannon will go ahead and pick off these multi-gun turrets. Probably best just sell them off this moment of time. Heroic Vindicator does see some missiles hit there and goes down. Camp, we're seeing a substantial amount of fire now. Does get cleaned up there, and one of the conscripts for our Peacekeeper does clean up. And Red has deployed out an aircraft carrier with an EMP missile. The EMP missile does claim the Athenas there. This multi-gun turret will finish off that Athena. Will not throw any missiles there onto the other Athena, as the Athena will receive a strike from the aircraft carrier, taking it out. And we got a nice freeze there, shattering all those forces, so Red is making a pretty good counterattack there. Multiple heroic Peacekeepers. And does get picked off one of their models there. Just keep some of these guys alive. The heroic Peacekeepers making their advance, getting some great damage there. And looks like now Green has the heroic Peacekeepers. And the dead Athena cannon. Engineer comes out. Apparently that construction yard was severely wounded. getting a nice little repair. Or big repair, I should say. Blue will be cleaned on up. And now we've got a cryo blast coming on top of the refinery. With a pair of cryocopters there, it can be quickly frozen. Does pack up to avoid the targeting there. Still quite shielded. Trying to clean up the Peacekeeper's before it gets frozen. This Peacekeeper has not rotated his fire, but the Vindicator does get killed there. Single Apollo pushes way forward, does clean up one of those cryocopters. Another one is being gunned down. Will be gunned down. Peacekeepers and the camera starts moving forward. Of course, he still has the seaport for another construction yard and seeing how slow it is. Maybe it is another construction yard. Also camping the airfield here. Now the oil deck will be under siege. And the naval yard will not go down as long as that aircraft carrier is in range. It's currently elite, receiving one full burst there. Here comes the next sortie, going from an EMP missile. There's, substantial amount of fire by, and he does take out that Theta cannon there. The MCP does come on out, so he has to save the naval port. Get another prospector there before it can be deployed. We also have some hydrofoil here who needs to protect that aircraft carrier. Hydrofoil is not in route. Aircraft carrier. Cryocopters will not be able to take on that. Does get a kill there, getting fully heroic. That could looks like just a single dog. So that dog gave the aircraft carrier fully heroic status. Red's pushing way forward to Apollos. Does clean the cryocopter there. Now here comes the next bomber run there. And Red will fall back with his own Apollos. Red could be eyeing for ore refinery here. Something expensive was just queued on up. Yes, it is another ore refinery. Green starts making his way forward with his Peacekeepers. This area will be frozen, no problem. I'll just sell it off immediately. And sell off both that infrastructure there as well. Be a nice 900 credit rebate. And now the ore refinery will be cleaned on up. Another bomber run coming in by the aircraft carrier. We've got a prospector being deployed. Lots of Riptides here, which could overwhelm the aircraft carrier. Only has hydrofoils to escort it, and the Riptides could focus on the hydrofoils first, and then the aircraft carrier. Peacekeeper's pushing way forward with all these wall segments. He's unable to threaten this infrastructure. And Red does have a prospector here. EMP missile. This is a perfect time for an EMP missile. It's a fun run. Doesn't get a kill there. I would have opened up with the EMP missile. And here comes the EMP missile. Point blank EMP missile. Only gets one. Weapon jammers. He also gets one of his own hydrofoils with the weapon jammer out. This one needs the weapon jammer out. Rotogun turret will, of course, provide a nice buffer there for the aircraft carrier. The self-repairs will be handy. Okay, multiple jams there, focusing down these Riptides. Another one goes down. Both of them are still jammed. They will manage to sneak on out there. Maybe throw some rounds on the airbase, but the aircraft here in the region, he won't be able to throw much rounds. Airfield was sold off. The Apollos must be dead. Indicator does open up the way for the Peacekeepers. Let's see. There's still ore in these refineries, not so much on this one, but it is worth to have Red expand out this region. Green is right now 1 refinery income, still has oil there, which is very important. Now here comes the Vindicators and the Riptides pushing way forward. Gets some good hits there. Does get the kill there on that heroic Vindicator. Goes to Green's Aero Force clean on up. Bomb rounds do come forward by Red's Vindicators. Gets good hits there. Gets a crush there on one of the Riptides as well. And getting more and more bomb rounds. So this multi-gun turret in this region. It's not looking good for Green. There's another bomb round there. And Red still has his refinery, but it's not being properly tasked. This one's interrupting. Cryogeddon has been cast, which will get the airfield. He does abandon the deck. Throws some bombs there. He does get a guy back on the deck and does get four of those down. Saves one of the Vindicators, but one of them does go down on the deck as well. Aircraft carrier still alive, fully heroic, still self-repairing. Slowly picking off Green's infrastructure. He's starting banding his infrastructure. And receives a pair of bombs there. Red has not realized that refining issue. Maybe a good idea for Green not to attack that. So he doesn't notice that this, yep, since he attacked it, it alerted that Red that this one's not for harvesting, so it would have been a good idea not to attack it to allow his opponent to be unaware. Javelin troops and single peacekeeper making their way forward. This multi-gun turret will be more than enough to protect unless he runs into the radius with the javelin troops and not laser rocket. Good bomb runs there, and does keep the Vindicator. No, he does not keep the Vindicator alive. Probably still worth it in the end. And the aircraft carrier says hello. Cryogeddon hitting this low value infrastructure. Sells off all of that. He could deploy out the prospector, sell it off for as much cash as well. Green's MCV's here. Let's switch over to him. Has enough credits for a refinery, but it's cutting it pretty close. And he still actually has this oil derrick, which actually is still quite important. So a little less than 15,000. This is almost depleted. This one has the same amount as this one, funny enough. But those are both pretty weak, so even if Green expands out to that location, it won't net him resources for much longer. And right now, he needs a massive, perhaps 2 airfield, 4 Apollos, except maybe 5 or 6 Apollos with a bunch of cryocopters to freeze down the naval units. Green starts charging with infantry over here. We do have a engineer here for some odd reason. Don't see anything to repair. I'm not sure what that engineer is meant for. It's not from a sold off MCV either. Let's go. The engineer does escape out to the sea. And this airport will be cleaned on up. Naval dockyard still here. And we got a prospector deployed out by Red over here. Green slowly building up the infrastructure, going for a large number of cryocopters to freeze down those hydrofoils. They're still both of them alive. But he needs to make sure he takes out Red's Apollos as well. Motogon turret getting a lot of pot shots there. Yep, got a number of kills right there. And this refinery location. Oh, we got a time bomb deployed now. And that's Green's base location wall, so he sold them off. Got some good damage there. The time bomb was an interesting choice. He could have just sold off the walls in order to get the prospector. But maybe he didn't realize his walls at first before blowing out the time bomb. Motor gunner turret does go down there. Metropolis is still alive. We still have the aircraft carrier, heroic aircraft carrier alive. Cryo again here, but nothing. Oh wait. Copter's Vindicator. Sells that off. Gets a kill there and throws a bomb on the airbase, not realizing there's actually not it being frozen. Both those aircraft does get cleaned on up. And now this base looks to be sieged by red, and I think green is going to be knocked out of the game. More bomb runs for the heroic status. Plus, it takes more than one bomb to kill off Peacekeeper anyways. Yep, Princess in the airfield. Not enough. He does not have enough income for a oil derrick or oil refinery. He does have a oil derrick. At this point in time, he should just back out of the game. Oh no, any two of your units. Okay, that's only his own units. I was wondering, could he swap that with the aircraft carrier, make it thrown to land? So that's the power plant. AX does have 2,000 now. They're still trying to stay alive, but this is really a stalemate. Or not stalemate, it's Red's game. Red has a massive air force, so he's gonna hunt down where his opponent is, and that was a recon run, I think, from Red. So now he knows his opponent's back up here. There's no reason why he would do a recon run on his own base. Breeze on the MCV. He knows nothing's threatened there. He sees the deployed ore refinery. Trying to go for a multi-gun turret, but he will not be successful, and he will get the freeze there. And he's going to try to go for a 1-2-3 punch to finish the game. Pry will get in as well. And here comes the flashy ending, which didn't happen. This is Anna Gray saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.